on the collision with Darnell there. Anything on him?
I have not talked to TD, but I think he's doing all right. If he wasn't, I'm sure I probably would have got an update right away. So I think he's okay.
And Arvidsson taking line rushes out there tonight. Just wanted to get an update on his status and if he could possibly play.
He can possibly play on Thursday. This is his first real practice. He's had a couple morning skates, and he's been obviously skating on his own. Today was a little bit different. Obviously, the tempo and some body contact. We'll see how he's feeling, and then make that decision on Thursday. But the anticipation is that he'll be playing sometime this week.
Zach update? Anything new?
Just that he doesn't look any better. Fortunately, he had an appointment today, but there's no concussion. There's a broken nose, and he should be fine to play. He's got no other symptoms.
Did you see the nurse in McDavid?
I did. Yeah.
I'm not saying you want to see any of your players collide, but there must be a moment you go,
you hold your breath. Yeah, no, you don't want to see any of that. And, sometimes it happens. And you have to be careful on the drills that you do, that you don't are setting up a situation where players can get hurt. And but also, if you never have any contact, you aren't having game-like practices and situations. And that one was absolutely just a freak accident. There was no it wasn't like two guys chasing the wall or the boards, and it was just one guy turned left, the other one turned right, and they run into each other. And but I think everyone's okay.
You mentioned after last night's game, there's some details you feel like the team kind of went away from defensively after having kind of the night to look over video or this morning or whatever. Can you be specific in terms of what you've seen?
Mostly, anytime you give up goals, it's usually you think about the defensive lapses. And for me, what I saw was just not making the plays, getting the puck out. Numerous chances to break the puck out, didn't get done. Whether the forwards weren't coming back to support or the defenseman not making a pass. Maybe there was not any communication to help the defenseman with the puck. I think that was probably the biggest thing from what I saw.
So when you're seeing things you don't like from your team, is it nice to have a couple days here to practice today and maybe go over things the next day before you play again?
Tomorrow's a day off. It was set that tomorrow was a day off, that there won't be any practice, so they're not coming to the rink. And it's anytime we have like today. So often you play game, practice, game, and in between those two games you can't really work on very much. It's just usually hit the ice, touch the puck, and maybe you do a little bit of system stuff. Today I thought it was productive. I thought we were able to have a tempo was pretty good, and we got to work on some things. So, not too often you have that opportunity, and hopefully we made the most of it.
Some teams have like a third line and a fourth line, like a Vegas. They're interchangeable. One's not a fourth line. One's like you mentioned last night about maybe getting Brown a little more ice, maybe Perry. Is that the way what you'd like to see, where your third line and your fourth line both play about the same number of minutes, and it doesn't really matter which ones?
Well, our job is to find wins. Whoever's given us the best opportunity to win. Our top two lines right now, I was just looking at the expected goals. Top two lines last 6 or 7 weeks have been very strong. They've been carrying a lot of the play. It's been in the offensive zone, getting the majority of the shots. It hasn't showed up quite as much on the goals for and against, but you can definitely tell with that stat that they are carrying the play. Third and fourth lines, not as much. With Arvidsson coming back in the lineup, that will help. Things will have to maneuver a little bit, just adding that person when he does come in. And hopefully that, and to answer your question, on that third and fourth line, I think for us is just finding the line that's helping us win, giving us more opportunities, sustaining more offensive zone time. And then whoever that line is, third or fourth, should be the ones who are getting a little more time.
So, like in Brown's case, as a coach, can you feel when a player's kind of feeling it, I got to get this guy on the ice more?
I think he's showing it. Watching the game last night, scoring that goal, the plays that he's making, there should have been some more ice time given to him. It's tough because you're thinking about who's the matchups. Who's he going to bump out? Is he going to bump out somebody else who's going to play well? There's so many factors. But I think he's warranted getting more responsibility.
Kris, Matthias Janmark played some center last year. Do you see him ever being an option for you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I do see them doing that. But when or where, not sure. But it is something that we've thrown around. There's some other guys that we thought about, but probably Janmark's probably the next guy to be in that position.
So when a player is out as long as Arvidsson, do you subscribe to the theory that he's a veteran player and you don't lose your position in the top 6 because you're hurt? Or when he comes back?
Well, I think he'll come back. He'll come back from an injury. He's missed, over a month, a long time. We're heading in, let's just say he is ready to play on Thursday. We're heading into 3 games in 4. So for him to come back after missing over a month, play 3 and 4, and playing the 16, 18 minutes a night, that's probably a tall order for him. And having only one practice. He's been on the ice plenty of times, and today he looked fantastic, and I think he might have been the best player on the ice for us. I thought I was that impressed with him. But that's one thing about practice and games. So I think it's ease him in there. I don't have a limit on his ice time. I'm not going to say it's going to be 10 or 12 or 14 minutes. But I think we have to go in this tread lightly just because of, again, hasn't played for a month, and we're playing 3 and 4.
Matthias Ekholm's played a lot of hard minutes for you so far. Where are you at with managing him and moving forward? You got 4 nations and everything here. His ice time's not high minutes. You look at the elite defensemen in the league. I don't know what the average is for those top 5 or 10 defensemen. You're probably looking at 25, 26 minutes. Sometimes a defenseman hits 30. He's probably, most nights he's about 22 to 24 minutes. So it's not extremely high, but they are hard minutes. He is a bigger guy. It's not that he's a lighter skater who's skilled, who doesn't get physical. Obviously, he gets physical. He plays against the other team's top lines almost all the time. The penalty kill, he does have a heavy workload, but to see him wearing down or anything like that, I don't see that. With all the players, I think we do a good job managing on how much ice time they should have, how much rest they should get, all that. But it's always something you have to think about with a player like Eki.
So when Hyman gets hurt like that, are you monitoring whether he should come back in? I mean, if it had been a 5-2 Oiler lead, maybe he doesn't come back for the third period, but suddenly it's 4-3, and is he saying to you, I'm coming back?
An injury like that, no. He wanted to. It's not like it was a concussion. Obviously, if it was a concussion, that would have been absolutely no return. If it's an injury that could get worse, then that's absolutely different. But the shot that he had, I don't think it has any bearing on or effect on if he comes back or not. So if he feels comfortable that he can play, then we're going to have him come back.
One quick word for me. Derek Ryan has not been killing penalty penalties this year. Why?
I don't know. I guess we've got 6 guys right now that we've been using a little bit more. Kapanen has been a guy that's come in the system just with his the skating, just a longer reach, a little bit quicker. Derek does kill a little bit. His ice time not so much, saving him more on face-off situations. Rico and Nuggy have been pretty much that first pair most of the times. You got 2 centermen and take that most often the face-offs on their forehand side, but between the 2 of them, they've been actually pretty good on the face-offs. And anytime that those 2 have been out there, and then there's another face-off where they're probably tired,
that's where it's nice having Derek going out there and picking up and doing that penalty kill.
Harder, though, when you have forwards, they're all wingers. Like Janmark's basically a winger, Brown's a winger.
Yeah,
And your third
yeah.
pairs, they're both wingers. So if there's going to be a face-off, then what do you do?
That's where Derek comes in.
Comes on to take the face-off.
Derek comes out on there, and obviously he can make the reads, and we relied on him heavily last year in the playoffs. Just this year we haven't relied on him as much.